Joining us today in the audience are 7 women who lost their loved ones to this mostly silent epidemic. We're going to talk to them a little bit later on. But first, joining me via Skype is Officer Tommy Shevlin from Nassau County Police Department. Now, Officer Shevlin knows firsthand what it's like to suffer in silence because he did just that. He turned to suicide as an escape, as an answer, because there just seemed to be no other options. Officer Shevlin has shared his story with the fellow officers, but his family doesn't know that he attempted suicide. So why tell your story here? Why now?
Well, even though this is not going to be easy for me, it's very difficult. I realize that something has to be done to stop this epidemic. Also, it's part of my healing process to be complete.
Using your own situation as an example, what got to you about your job?
I think that what people don't realize is, as police officers and first responders, we witness the ugly and the evil that the world has to offer. And we deal with negativity on a daily basis. So over time, it changes you. You're
in life or death situations on the street, and people think that's the exception, when in fact, just simply through car accidents, it doesn't even have to be a crime with a shooting, just car accidents, you can be thrust into that situation where you're driving down the street one minute, and the next minute, you're trying to save a child's life.
That's one of the most difficult calls that any police officer can be involved with. And I think that it's so hard to understand and comprehend what you just went through and what you just witnessed. And when you go home, you're still in shock. And think about the lack of communication that you have with your family when, they're dealing with regular everyday things and you have responsibilities as a family member of the household. And at the end of the day, all you want to do is go in your shower and cry for not being able to save the baby. And, and it's very hard to communicate.
When it comes to the job, officers are fearless. But Officer Shevlin says it is actually fear that forces many to struggle in silence.
Every month in America, a police officer takes his or her own life, leaving behind a family, friends, and fellow officers. This is our message to you.
Each year, we lose more officers to suicide than by any other means. This is a preventable national tragedy. Officers are not alone. I will listen.
My brothers and sisters struggle in silence. I will listen.
The loss of an officer tears us all apart. I will listen.
These officers have been lost, but not forgotten. End the stigma from seeking help today.
We will listen.